If you were born and brought up here in India, then there's a good chance that you don't remember the days of arcade games like Space Invaders and Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. I don't either. I'm a 90s kid, and the golden age of arcades was between the late 70s and early 80s. But what I did grow up on were home video game consoles. My first was an SNES, which is a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. After that, I got an N64 and then a GameCube. But after living in India for more than 3 years and chatting about video games with tons of Indian gamers, I've started to realize that video games historically haven't been anywhere near as accessible in India as they have been in Canada, where I'm from, or the United States or Japan. In fact, up until recently, gaming has essentially been off limits to anyone who couldn't afford to buy a high-end gaming computer or a gaming console. These expensive pieces of technology were priced for Western markets, and even in the West they were considered to be expensive. So buying them in India wasn't an option for a lot of people. But then smartphones and really affordable mobile data happened. And so you've got a situation where all of a sudden there's a massive percentage of your country's population that has a device in their pocket that is capable of playing games. Now, obviously smartphone power has a pretty wide spectrum. On the one hand, you've got budget phones that can barely handle Candy Crush, and then on the other, you've got flagships that can handle the latest Asphalt game without breaking a sweat. But hardware aside, according to a 2017 Google and KPMG study, India's online gaming market is expected to triple from $290 million with 120 million gamers in 2016 to $1 billion and 310 million gamers by 2021. And of course, this is a huge opportunity for Indian entrepreneurs. And so in this episode of Backstage with Millionaires, we're going to be talking about the top 10 casual mobile gaming startups in India. Now, I say casual because a majority of India's mobile gaming industry is exclusively focused on competitive games that involve real-world money like poker, rummy, ludo, fantasy sports, etc. And while we will be making a video on the companies behind these games, this is not that video. So without further ado, let's start things off with number 10, mobile gaming startup Rolocule. After interning as a software engineer at EA Sports in the United States, Rohit Gupta, the founder and CEO of Rolocule, returned to India to start his company with a gift of 1 lakh rupees, that's approximately $2,000 from his father in 2010. The company started its operations in Pune and has built award-winning games like Flick Tennis, Bowling Central 2, and Dead Among Us. Today, almost a decade after this gaming startup began, its games are being played by millions of users in more than 100 countries. And besides this, they're also innovating in areas like motion control with their patent-pending technology, RoloMotion, which turns any mobile phone into a Wii-like motion controller, and they've also forayed into the realm of VR by partnering with Infosys to create a VR tennis game for the 2019 and 2020 Australian Open, where players can compete with highly accurate AI-powered VR versions of the world's top tennis players. And believe it or not, they've managed to do all of this with just a little over $500,000 in external funding. They've raised these funds from investors like Blume Ventures, Artha India Ventures, and Mumbai Angels. Alright, moving on to number 9, we have cross-platform gaming startup Hashcube. Founded by Deepan Chakravarthy and Ramprasad Rajendran in 2008, Hashcube started off as a simple website to let people play Sudoku online. However, since then, more than a decade later, Hashcube has built games like Sudoku Quest, DotGame, and Gummy Pop for the App Store, the Play Store, and Facebook. Sudoku Quest, one of their most successful games, has more than 3 million users, but like Rolocule, Hashcube has managed to accomplish this with very little in the way of external funding. The company has raised just $684.2 thousand from Blume Ventures, Nazara Technologies, Alia Ventures, and the Indian Angel Network. Next up at number 8, we have casual mobile gaming startup PlaySimple Games. Founded by former Zynga employees Siddhanth Jain, Suraj Nalan, and Preeti Reddy in 2014, PlaySimple Games offers simple word games for users to play with family and friends. They started with an emoji guessing game called Guess Up, and soon expanded their word games portfolio to include games like Word Trek, Word Trip, and Crossword Jam. To date, the company has raised $4.6 million from investors like Chirate Ventures and Saif Partners. Coming in at number 7, we have vernacular social gaming platform Mech Mocha. The company was started by Arpita Kapoor and Mohit Rangaraju in 2015 with the vision of providing a gaming platform for the next generation of Indian gamers that are coming online for the first time from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Their mobile gaming app, Hello Play, offers a host of different games like Ludo, Carom, Cricket, and Knife Ring. Mittersain. And the app also allows users to interact with each other through its in-game video and voice chat option, making the game truly social and enhancing users' gaming experience. The early success of their platform grabbed the attention of investors like Accel, Shunway Capital, and Blume Ventures, who have invested $10 million into the company. Moving on to number 6, we have JetSynthesys, a game development company that was started by Rajan Navani in 2014. JetSynthesys' parent company, Jetline Group, is popularizing mobile gaming in India by introducing mobile games that are built around celebrities. Some of their popular celebrity-based games include Sachin Saga Cricket Champions, Bajrangi Bhaijaan, and Being Salman. So you might have noticed there that this game was made by Playazon, and that's because JetSynthesys is actually Playazon's parent company. But apart from mobile gaming, the company has also dipped their toes into VR with the launch of a VR version of Sachin Saga Cricket Champions. So far, JetSynthesys, which is aiming to become the Tencent of Indian mobile gaming, has raised $25 million from its parent company, as well as Kris Gopalakrishnan, who's the founder of Infosys, and a number of other small investors. Alright, next up at number 5, we have game development company 99 Games. Founded by Rohit Bhat in Udupi, Karnataka in 2008, 99 Games started by developing casual iOS games and later expanded to other mobile platforms like Windows and Android. They initially found success with a word game called Wordsworth, which ended up being downloaded and played by over 1 million iPhone users. Then, after Wordsworth, their next big success came in 2013 when they developed the game version of popular Bollywood movie Dhoom 3. This game was a hit, and it gave them the opportunity to develop other movie-based games like Fan and Sultan. So far, they've published more than 20 games which, in total, have been downloaded 70 million times. And moving on to number 4, we have Zapak. Zapak was started in 2006 as an online gaming platform that enabled users to play games directly through their internet browsers. According to their website, they have over 10 million unique registered users, and 1 out of every 3 people on the internet in India is on their platform. However, unlike most of the companies on this list, Zapak also had an offline presence at one point. They set up game zones in malls in cities like Chandigarh, Ahmedabad, Lucknow, and Mumbai. They also established strategic partnerships with companies like Jagex, the makers of RuneScape, the Disney Corporation, and Turner Entertainment, which was later acquired by Time Warner. Today, they're mainly focused on mobile games. Some of their recent popular titles include Little Singham in partnership with Discovery Kids, Little Ram and Little Krishna, and Ben 10 Alien Run in partnership with Cartoon Network. Owned by Reliance Group, Zapak has raised $15 million to fund its growth in the mobile gaming segment. Alright, next up at number 3, we have mobile gaming startup Moonfrog Labs. The company was started by former Zynga employees Tanay Tayal, Ankit Jain, Kumar Puspesh, and Dimple Kumar in 2013. They entered the Indian market with a digitized version of an already popular card game, Teen Patti Gold. This game was an instant hit and became one of the top 5 highest grossing games in India across both Android and iOS, with more than 20 million downloads. This early success gave them the opportunity to experiment and expand their portfolio, and they went on to launch India's first narrative adventure game based on a Bollywood actress's life, Alia Bhatt Star Life. Besides this, they also published India's first war strategy game, Bahubali the Game. To date, Moonfrog Labs has raised $16 million from Tiger Global and Sequoia Capital. Coming in at number 2, we have Paytm First Games. Previously known as GamePinned, Paytm First Games was launched in 2018 as a joint venture between Paytm and Alibaba's AG Tech Holdings. With more than 300 games offered in a single app, Paytm First Games is aiming to meet the needs of pretty much every kind of Indian mobile gamer. They've made skill-based games and gambling games with cash prizes, social games, and casual games. And it's by offering such a wide range of games across multiple genres that Paytm First Games has managed to get more than 45 million gamers onto their platform. Recently, the company has also partnered with Esports Players League in an effort to tap into the esports gaming market. And of course, this spectacular growth in such a short span of time wouldn't have been possible without Paytm First Games' investors, who have pumped $20 million into the company in the last 2 years. And finally, coming in at number 1, we've got one of India's leading gaming and sports media companies, Nazara Technologies. Founded by Nitish Mittersain in 1999, Nazara Technologies is a Mumbai-based gaming company operating across multiple segments like subscription, freemium, esports, and skill-based gaming in 64 countries. Nazara is known for creating games that are tailored to a specific audience. For men, they have a selection of cricket, carom, tennis, ludo, bike racing, and quiz games. And then for women, they have... I guess women don't like to play games, according to Nazara. Anyway, so apart from creating sports and gambling games, the company has also developed games for kids based on popular cartoon characters like Chota Bheem and Motu Patlu. They've also acquired companies like Nodwin Gaming to enter the esports segment, Sportskeeda to provide sports media content, and Nextwave Multimedia to strengthen its gaming development segment. And it's this diversified approach to gaming that has enabled Nazara to remain consistently profitable for the last decade. Currently, they've got an active monthly user network of 100 million across various platforms, and they've raised $64.3 million from their investors. Oh, and they're also planning on going public very soon. Alright guys, there you have it. Those are our picks for the top 10 casual mobile game startups in India. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I would love it if you could leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts were on our list. Also, please do share this video with somebody who you think would enjoy it, and I will see you guys in the next video.